Hi there, I am Dr. LaQuita J, and welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about all things in between being and becoming a pharmacist. How you doing? You all right? Today we're going to dive into a topic that's really a game changer, and that's building flexibility in your schedule. It's not necessarily flexibility, but we're going to be more so adaptability. Okay, so let's get started. Imagine this thing, right? Imagine you got your jam-packed day planned. You got classes, you got study sessions, you may be a bit of socialized because you know you deserve it, right? You got your color-coded calendar we set up in session 11. You got your to-do list we create in section 8. Session 8. And life seems to be just sailing smoothly, right? But all of a sudden, you get this phone call and everything changes. It's that unexpected call from a loved one, a friend who needs your support, who needs you. You glance at your meticulous plan schedule and panic sets in. What do I do? While having a routine is very important, it's equally vital to allow for flexibility and adaptability. Unexpected events or urgent tasks just arise. Things just happen. Being able to adjust your routine accordingly will help you stay on track without feeling overwhelmed. So, how can you build flexibility? Let's break that down. Well, Doc, let me tell you. Let me tell you what just happened to me not too long ago. In the middle of me creating this Soar month, creating the videos, recording, life really threw a curveball at me. Um, my dad was my dad had a stroke, and it was a lot. It's just a lot. Um, Here it is. December makes the 3rd year anniversary of my death anniversary of my mother. We in January. Um, my dad gets a stroke, has a stroke. February is my mom's birthday, so it's always a down moment for me. Um, it was a lot. It still is a lot. I'm still processing. Um, I really realized that I wanted to, share the news and, tell people, but however, I wasn't ready mentally or emotionally, and I didn't have the emotional capacity for the response, for all the update questions, for all the things. I just didn't have the time. Woman of many hats, and I just didn't have the time. I just didn't. Um, I did try to work the windows of time, and that's one of the things I would share to you. So I just had to say, okay, LaQuita, we got a lot going on. What are we gonna do? How can we still do what we need to do, but still not max and burn ourselves out, right? So instead of me spiraling into chaos, I truly decided to embrace this unexpected event and to keep it moving. I literally said to myself in that moment of hopelessness, follow what you are telling the people to do. Follow what you're telling the people to do. I have a video on prioritizing tasks. I will link that below. That's the 3 ways to prioritize tasks when everything feels important. Because in that moment, everything felt important. I'm like, I got this sore month. I gotta get this. I gotta get this to the editors. I gotta do a whole lot. A whole lot. I gotta do a lot. And so I just said, follow. What do I need to do? Look, follow your own words. So I started prioritizing my tasks. I truly focused on what was the most important thing to do at that current time. What videos were coming out within. I did the first step. Okay, what's something to do in the next day, next week, within a week. So I focused on that. The due date moment. I just what is needed of me today, next 2 or 3 days. Then I went to the next week. Let's do it within a week. And I just started knocking down the to-do list. I did. Um, that's the first thing. Go back into prioritization. If you haven't watched the video, go back and watch it because I just had to do what was due. Just had to figure out what was due. What was the requirements of me. Second thing is I had that buffer time. Buffer times are that times in between tasks. It's the way of something takes longer or you being thrown off your day. You got that time. It's that unscheduled pocket of time that acts as your safety net. So in this particular time, I just had buffer times of in between client calls, in between meetings. I always have buffer time, and I just added more. And it was one of those things of saying, okay, the buffer time was in that particular moment. Okay, what is due next? Like I said, we'll do within 1 week. Get that done. Then have a buffer time to just relax and just do nothing, like to get that part done. I had to implement, really zone in on my peak energy, my peak performance energy. I had to go into it and say, okay, I'm most awake, I'm most productive. Let's just maximize this. That's all I have. I had to do my 2 hours, and that's all I got, and be okay with that. And it's also something too that I implemented because of this. I implemented a time frame where I call get ahead, and that time frame is now that 2 hours once a week. For 2 hours, I focus on getting ahead. I do something just in case something happens. I'm okay. For instance, just in case I can't record a YouTube video, let me have one or two available already ready. Just in case. Just in case I can't respond to a client's email, I have already had that policy where give me 48 hours to respond. 48 to 72 hours to respond, actually. I already have the communication of my office hours, so you know, just in case something happened, that is something for my boundary. It's having that time, that pocket time, helps you a lot. But the third and most important thing I did, because I'm telling you in lives, and I hope you're taking these tips, because instead of just giving you points, I want to really walk you through what I've done, because life, man. Um, just the emotional state I went into. Like, I literally said that I'm not ready to be an orphan. I'm just not ready. And you're never going to be ready. But I just wasn't ready. And I know that. And it's not saying I'm going to prepare, I'm preparing, but you just never ready. And it's just my truth. But I digress. One of the biggest things, though, I had to do was develop a growth mindset. I had to really embrace the beliefs and abilities that I can do it. I stopped saying, "Oh, I gotta I gotta record these videos. I'm behind on this. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. And I literally said, to. I get to record. I get to share my story. I get to impact lives. I get to. I had just started saying so all things I get to. It allowed me to be grateful. It allowed me to not put so much negative energy on the things that I desire. It's literally my goal. And just saying, I get to. That was so powerful for me. And it's also, it was a thing. I'm even going to add another tip that the one thing I really started back, I even just started back doing is the self-care, because I was draining, running here, there, everywhere, constantly calling, making things, constantly doing things, adjusting. And it's one of those things of saying, okay, LaQuita, we're drained and we're a little depressed. And it's okay. But we got to make time for ourselves. So I just started making time for me. Whether that was, we're going to have a bubble bath, we're going to have mindfulness, we're going to go for a walk, we're going to go have us get our favorite smoothie. We're just going to make time for us, doing something we like. We're going to watch TV, just doing something I like, making time for me, to pour into me. Because it was a lot. It was a lot. And I'm saying it's still a lot. Today's just a good day. Today is just a good day, okay? Today is a good day. But I think this is what, I know this is what life is. We have to embrace the change, the thing that constantly occur, and truly seize the opportunity to improve, learn, and grow. Despite it all, it opens up a door of creativity. It opens up positive mindsets. It just opens up different perspectives, because we're always learning, and now you just have a new way of learning to do things. And honestly, it's also could be a good way to not stress about so many things now, because you just lighten your plate. Okay? This year, I said it's all about soaring. We're going to soar in 2024. We're getting out our way and receiving the tools and resources to help us live our desired life. Life is unpredictable, but with the right mindset, strategies, you can dance through any chaos. I'm dancing through the chaos. Building flexibility isn't about having a perfect plan. It's about having a resilient one. Adaptability is your secret weapon. It won't feel good. You won't feel your best responding to it. But you put one foot in front of the other and you keep moving, despite it all. Okay? Now, if you have found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Share. Share your tips of how you had to overcome some things. I love to hear them. But until next time, Remember, that pharmacy is unlimited if you are. Now go be great. All right.